Hello, hello, hello. We are live. Uh, this is Mickey Sunshine Creates, and I'm Mickey. And I'm here today just to hang out with you and find out what's new with everyone. And I don't know, tell you a little bit more about me. Last time I spoke, I was talking about my jobs, but there's two jobs that I missed. One of them was my favorite job, and one that if I was still doing it today, I would be if I could. And that was singing. Yes, I used to sing professionally. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you? Yeah, there's a slight delay. Ah, I can't pick it up. I think I need more wax. This is getting difficult. Hello, Eskies. How are you today? Nice to see you. Thanks for the update on the puppies. And your drawing is absolutely beautiful. Well, anyway, I was talking about my job that I used to have. I used to sing professionally. Let's see, what do we say here? Elizabeth says, doing good, gave up on going to sleep last night and got up at 5 and started a new diamond painting. I've done that. Eskies, I'm glad you're feeling a bit better because you've been sick a long time. You keep getting sick, and that's got to stop because we don't want you sick. We want you healthy. Anyway, I was talking about one of the jobs that I had, and that was singing. I used to travel up and down the East Coast with a band, a show band, a top 40 show band. Oh my God. Let me tell you, those were the days. That was back in the early 70s, mid 70s. And I sang all of the top 40 songs. Oh, it was so much fun. And I couldn't believe I was getting paid to do that. But it's a rough business, a very rough business. And I had no one to buffer for me. And I couldn't do it myself because they demand a lot out of you. And there are some things that I was not willing to give up. And yes, there is such a thing as a casting couch, which is probably why I never got cast. Oh well, that's history. That is history. But it's a fun history to remember. I remember being in Annapolis, and we were playing at Fran O'Brien's in Annapolis, right on the main street, maybe 2 blocks from the marina that's down there in downtown Annapolis. And we were staying upstairs above the club in rooms that the owner owned. And I get up and we come in with all of our luggage and we're tired and we're exhausted. We've been driving, for God knows how long. And we finally pull in and we get up, we bring everything upstairs. And I look at this dump. I mean, it's a dump. It was terrible. And I sat there on the bed and I cried. But some of my best memories are in Annapolis. It's what I remember the most. I also remember marrying my guitar player, which was a dumb mistake. That was my first marriage. We got married in Snow Hill, Maryland. Let me tell you, that was fun. That's right, you fell, Eskies. I hope so. Thank God you didn't break a hip. Now that would have been bad. So anyway, I married the guitar player, Jose. At the time, he was a nice guy until we were in Annapolis. Once we got to Annapolis, well, he changed. He started drinking more and became kind of nasty. And then one day, he hit me. And so, well, someone hits me, it's only going to happen one time. So, that was the end of that. The rest of the band, I called the police. And the rest of the band said, if he goes to jail, we're not going to have a set tonight. And I was almost to the point of not caring. But I didn't. Anyway, that was the end of that marriage. It was also the end of my singing career because it's too rough a business to be in without having a manager or somebody who can help you with it. Elizabeth, you fell last Tuesday. Your feet slid off the curb and tried to save yourself by grabbing the trash can. You ended up on the street with the can on top of you. Ay, 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 I know. I assume you're all right. Nothing broke, nothing but a few scrapes and bruises, I hope, and a little bit of hurt pride. Six. I'm looking for 6. There's a 6. Sometimes you forget what you're looking for. At least I do. Hello, Audie. How are you today? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing great. It was a beautiful day here today, a little on the warm side, but still a beautiful sunny day. A little too cool for the air conditioner, but then too hot not to have it. So I went from freezing to sweating while I was in the car. Because it's hot out. But it's Florida and I love it. It's a 6. Hello, Sensational Crafter. How are you today? Hey, Brian Elliott, Mr. B. What's happening? I hope you're feeling better. I know you were down today. We'll try and cheer you up. I've got some fun facts if anyone's interested. Strange facts. There's 200 of them, but I'm not going to read all of them. I promise. I may not read any of them. I got to read this one. In Switzerland, it is illegal to own just one guinea pig. Apparently, this is because guinea pigs are social animals and they are considered victims of abuse if they are alone. So you got to get 2 guinea pigs. You can't have just one. That's funny. Maybe that's what's wrong with down here. We should be getting 2 guinea pigs instead of 1. Yeah, in Switzerland, Sensational Crafter. More. Adi wants some more. Okay. Let's see. Banging your head against a wall for 1 hour burns 150 calories. Alternatively, you can walk your dog for 45 minutes, which also burns 150 calories and is much less painful. You only had 1 guinea pig, Elliot? Aw, poor guinea pig. Tyrannophobia is the fear of being tickled by feathers. Who would be afraid of being tickled by feathers? I don't understand that. I can understand not wanting to be tickled by feathers, but a fear of it?
It's not home yet.
Yeah, if a Swiss kid wants a guinea pig, he's got to have 2. In the same thing. Well, not you're going to have more than 2 pigs. This is true, Elizabeth. If they're not careful, you better not make it a boy and a girl. Ha ha ha. It's also kind of banging your head too on walking with your dog, but less frequent because you need to watch them. Do both. Let's see what else we got here. Snakes can help predict earthquakes. Seems they can sense an earthquake coming from 75 miles away and up to 5 days before it happens. That's pretty good for snakes. Wonder how people found that out. They sat there and watched the snake before an earthquake and said, oh, this snake is predicting the earthquake. If you could see me, I'm shaking my head. No, I don't believe that. Oh, everyone knows that one. This is interesting. The oldest your mom joke was discovered on a 3,500-year-old Babylonian tablet. That's a long time to go for you with your mama. It was discovered in Iraq in 1976 However, since then, the tablet has been lost, but the text remains preserved. Cool. Oh, calling bull on that one? I don't know. It's possible. I mean, don't think modern man invented jokes. And it's quite possible that 3,500 years ago, they were slinging your mama jokes at each other. Not quite in the same way. Does it say what the joke? No, it doesn't say what the joke was. At least this particular thing doesn't. But I'm curious. I might look it up. I think I need more wax. And a 6. Got a couple of more 6s. There and there. Oh, and there's 4 of them right there. Gotcha. You're going to love this one. Yo, you call bull on the snakes? I do too. I don't know, see how they can figure out an earthquake from a snake. Then again, other animals have been known to predict. Where did I get this painting? I don't know. I don't remember. It was some Etsy shop. AliExpress shop. It's a kitty cat with a little butterfly on its nose. You got almost half of a 30 by 40 painting done today. I started this yesterday, and I'm almost halfway done. Actually, almost 3/4 of the way done. Hi, Dixie. How are you? Thank you for coming in today. Welcome. Let's see. Elizabeth had to fix supper. Oh, she's got to go fix supper. Okay. But you might want to know that May 29th is officially Put a Pillow in Your Fridge Day. Apparently, the holiday goes all the way back to the 1900s. I know the thing we call a groundhog, but call an overgrown rat. How can predict early spring for us? It can't. It's a thing. If it's a cloudy day, it's an early spring. If it's a sunny day, it's not. It's going to be a late spring. And another 6. And another. Boy, these things, they crop up this confetti here. I don't know if there's any more 6s. Supper is in the oven already. Good thing about having a cell phone. This is true. The strange holiday is where families would place a piece of cloth in their larders. Not sure why. Supposed to bring luck and wealth to the household. Okay, so put a pillow on your fridge on May 29th. It's ridiculous. I'd like to put a pillow under my head. I'm so tired. I didn't get much sleep last night and I was up early because I had a doctor's appointment. Any more sixes? Have you any sixes? I feel like I'm playing Go Fish with myself. Okay. Cheerophobia is an irrational fear of fun or happiness. There are people who actually fear fun or being happy. Why? Oh, goodness, why? I don't know. I have no idea. But I'd like to know the answer to that. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this is you're gonna love this one. 7% of American adults believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. 7%. It doesn't sound like a lot, but that actually works out to be 16.4 million American adults. Really? I bet they can't diamond paint. Haha, Mickey, it's true. Only we can diamond paint. That is a funny one. Can you imagine somebody telling you they actually believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows? Hey, Jeremy, what's up? We're sharing some interesting and funny facts today. Okay, that one's out of reach. It's not in my square. Oh, that one's disgusting. So's that one. Huh. That was a stupid one. Polar bears could eat as many as 86 penguins in a single sitting if they didn't live at opposite ends of the earth. Polar bears live in the Arctic, whereas penguins usually live in Antarctica. Yes, I've had this for a while. Sensational. I love it. It's really good, especially when you're dealing with white drills on a white tray. Doesn't work. But the pink drills, they have to go on the white tray. That's why I have them both out, because otherwise I can't see them. I'm half blind and a quarter deaf. This is interesting. Movie trailers were originally shown after the movie, which is why they were called trailers. Problem is, nobody stuck around to watch them. I know. An eagle can kill a young deer and fly away with it. Never underestimate an eagle. I'm telling you, that's something else. An eagle can kill a young deer? Okay, they're still pretty big. And carry it off. Oh well. In 2017, more people were killed from injuries caused by taking a selfie than by shark attacks. There were only 5 deaths due to shark attacks in 2017, which is lower than the average year. And the average amount of deaths caused by sharks is 6. Worldwide, there were 35 deaths caused by taking selfies in 2017. Take a selfie, fall off a cliff. Of course, they could be winners of the Darwin Award, if you know what that is. Now, I love the Darwin Awards. I think they're hysterical because these are people who have taken themselves out of the gene pool by doing something and dying extremely stupidly. The kids for the regular size trays double as trays themselves and are clear sensational. Thank you, Jeremy. Yes, that's my Facebook group. There you go. This is, this is getting ridiculous, not being able to pick these up. And I'm using patty wax. Just got to put a little bit more in. Now, how do I get rid of this? It's supposed to be a way, but I don't see it. Oh, well. What scent am I using? It's Cafe Mocha. Oh, I love it. It smells so good. It smells so good. They should be made to wear a sign that says stupid if they live. Yeah, you'd think so. I should have looked up the Darwin Awards next time. Those are hysterical. I mean, the way some of those people have passed on, the way they've died, is utterly ridiculous. Okay, top 6 foods that make you fart are beans, corn, bell peppers, cauliflower, cabbage, and milk. So stay away from those. Avoid eating those if you're going out on a date. Unless you want to get rid of him or her. Oh, that's interesting. St. Lucia is the only country in the world named after a woman. That's because it was discovered by the French after they were shipwrecked on the island. They arrived on December 13th, which is the feast day of St. Lucy. That's why they named it St. Lucia. But I'd like to know, if they were shipwrecked on the island, how did they know what day they arrived? Sign fresh self and visit family. Yes, Cafe Mocha is delicious. I'm not keeping up with chat. Or I am, or I'm trying to. but I fall behind. And this one doesn't belong. It's too dark. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Stay. People live in bubbles. Yes, we all live in our own little world, but that's okay. They know us here. Aw. Did you know that a baby spider is called a spiderling? That's so cute. Not the spider, the name. Adi just threw up where you can get some patty wax from Robin. Oh, you're going to love this one, guys. The United States Navy has started using Xbox controllers for their periscopes. Yep, that's right, because the control stick for periscopes is so complicated, using Xbox controllers reduces the learning time from hours to minutes. I'm loving it. What is, oh, Beth's wax. Is that new wax that's out there and comes in the jar? Comes in a little jar. I've heard about that, and also is also scented. Is that it, Jeremy? Sorry about that. My phone's making noises. Nope, that D's too far out. Okay, we're done with D. Let's go to C. Yeah, but I went over there to her site last night, and there was no wax there, so I imagine she's all sold out because I couldn't find any. If I was at the right site. If you know what it is, Jeremy, go ahead, throw it up there. Because she may get some more in or make some more. Hello, Beth. You're still sold out? You should have more by Friday. Yeah, because I went to your site yesterday and you were gone. It was all gone. I want to try it. The patty wax is nice, but it doesn't last as long as some people say it does. It lasts pretty long, longer than the red. Brian is back. Welcome back. Brian Elliott. Oh no, we're not done with C yet. There's just a few, which is why I'm not spilling them out onto the tray. Because when you got this much confetti, it's silly to spill them out if you're just going to put them right back. See? Let's see. What's up? Here we go. There we go. Whimsical Daisies. I like that name, Beth. That's cute. Still wish I knew how to close that. Huh. Oh well. It'll stay up till I switch it over. You might have some tonight. Well, I'll have to keep checking. Hello, Janice. Welcome, welcome. Where's 5? Give me 5. Give me 5. I didn't mean it that way, but it came out that way. All right, let's see what other facts I can find you. The following can be read forward and backwards. Do geese see God? It's a palindrome. Haha, that's cute. Okay, this is not a joke. A sheep, a duck, and a rooster were the first passengers in a hot air balloon. A sheep, a duck, and a rooster. Did they get along? I wonder. And why choose those particular animals? That's what worries me. Why not just one? Who's cleaning? Cleaning is a dirty word. No one wants to clean. Especially me. I do it, but I don't want to. Nope, don't want to. If I could pull a genie and cross my arms and blink, I would. Good girl, Janice. This is interesting. In Uganda, around 48% of the population is under 15 years of age. 48% is under 15. If you expand the age to 30, just 30, that brings the percentage up to 77%. That's a lot of young people. Hello, Robert. You're knitting. What are you knitting? Hey, Michelle. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Let's put this way. I can see this better now. I just put you on my phone. Yes, Michelle, of course I remember your name because it's the same as mine. You just spell it with 2 L's. I spell mine with 1. Of course I remember your name. It's such a pretty name, isn't it? Spelled with 1 or 2 L's, it's still a pretty name. I don't think I'd change it if I had the chance. You're making dishcloths, Robert. Good for you. Okay, I'm looking for number 5. There's 1. There's 1. There's 2. Oh, Jeremy, you should know this one. The average male gets bored of a shopping trip after 26 minutes. Did someone actually time it? So the next time you see a couple at a retail store with a bored looking boyfriend, you know they've been out for more than a half an hour. That's funny. Yes, Robert, this is a new diamond painting I'm working on. I just started it yesterday. It's a snack for me. I'm still waiting for my custom to come in, and goodness knows when it will. I'm hoping it will be here soon. So in the meantime, I'm doing a whole bunch of snacks. I'm afraid to start. I want to start Sneaky Cat, but not until I know how many colors are in the the custom. Jeremy, you love shopping. I'm taking you with me next time. Thank you, sensational crafter. Beth would get bored quicker. Yeah, if you have to trail along behind someone. This is my only acrylic pen. I got this from Diamond Painting by Donnie, her drill pen frenzy shop. Dixie, you're waiting for 2 customs? I'm just curious, who did you order yours from? I ordered mine from Hankins Painting Store. They did such a nice job last time. I thought I'd give them a second chance to do another and hope it comes out as well. Because the last one came out great. I know there's another 5. There it is. Elizabeth, I'm waiting on replacement drills for my custom to get here, so I'm working on getting all the diamond paintings with 2-sided tape done while I'm waiting. Well, this was a poured glue one, so I've got parchment paper on it. No, it's not a plain pink. It's an acrylic one. I love it. I love this thing. It's my favorite. I love the way it glows. You got one from Pretty Neat Creative and one from Victoria's Moon. Interesting. Oh, that's so awesome, Duxie. They're coming from China. So, oops, coronavirus is going to kill your patients. And Dixie just ordered another one from Rachel Treasures at Tracer's Studio Art. Yeah, I just read, though, that while most of China is closed, they are starting to go back to work. Some things are still open. And I know I got a response from one of my suppliers on AliExpress. Or was it Alibaba? Alibaba. Any more 5s? Yes, there is another 5. Any more? Any more? Any more? Yeah. They show up when you're least looking, right? I'll put it away and I'll find another one. Do you use a Sakto knife to fit the bobs on the diamond painting? I don't understand, Robert. You ordered January 3rd. I think I ordered mine before that. I know it was before the New Year, the Chinese New Year. You ordered 10 diamond paintings, Elizabeth? Oh, you got it bad. Oh, do I use an X-Acto knife? Um, on this particular one, since it's a clear cover, I use parchment paper. On the double-sided tape ones, I do use an X-Acto knife to cut them into squares. Yes. Brian Elliott, I'm working my custom from TSA of my cousin and her hubby. It's turning out beautiful. Yes, I know. I saw it yesterday. It's getting better. It's getting there. And Beth's waiting on a shipment for one of your. That has been the issue with getting my mud back. Waiting on a shipment of one of the ingredients. Oh, you mean that's what you're calling it, mud? And you only spent what you used to spend on cigarettes, Elizabeth? You must have smoked heavily. I know I did. Used to spend a fortune in cigarette cartons. All right, what color we're going to go for next? Let's go for B. Not your mama's message. I love that. Your pretty neat creative one is sitting in Chicago since last Monday. I know mine is sitting somewhere in customs somewhere. I don't know where though. It just says it was sent to the depot in the States. So I'm assuming it's at customs. The ones for the site are only $3.99, and when I buy 10, I get free shipping from China. Not a bad price. Are they partials or are they full? Full drill or partials? Hey, Bianca. What's up, girl? I hope you're feeling good today. All right. Let's go for another trivia. Fun fact: in the 16th century, Turkish women could initiate a divorce if their husbands didn't pour coffee for them. That's right. You better pour coffee for me. Of course, today it would be unheard of, but back then, coffee was an integral part of Turkish society, so much that it was grounds for divorce. Most full round, if you see one you like and it's not big enough, they will gladly make you a bigger one. Yeah, and they'll charge you for it too, won't they? I imagine. You okay, Dan? Yeah, he's okay. The larger ones are only $15. It's still a good price. It's an excellent price. That's the problem with the $3.99 ones. There's usually partials and small 25 by 25 or 20 by 20, little ones. And you can't always get enough detail from them unless the image is large. So that's why I've stopped getting those $3.99 ones, or those get it free and just pay shipping. Bianca, is it cold in Canada? Oh, oh yeah. I heard that Dak released a partial. Oh, if there were teacups telling people they can't have tea because of the rules. Not that cold now, sensational. What's the temperature today where you are? Because anything below 60 is cold to me. Well, Bianca, you're having your summer while we're having our winter. First there were fire, now there are floods. At least you're not near them. Thank goodness. I wouldn't want to be near the floods either. Robert, Bianca is in Australia and Sensational Crafter is in Canada. Compared to fast February's, compared to my cold, it's probably freezing. Okay, who puts a B and an 8 together and they're both with blue backgrounds? I'm telling you, sometimes these people give me headaches. All the other symbols are very clear, except keep getting the B and the 8 mixed up because they're both white on blue letters. I mean, white letters on blue background. It's a bit cold in Victoria, BC, Canada. I think so. Yeah, did you get the Vibe Tribe one, Elliot? Who doesn't think Adi? Excuse me. Yeah, what is going on with Harry and Meghan? I wonder. My roommate seems to have a frog in his throat. He keeps trying to get it out. Elliot, I haven't got the Vibe Tribe one yet, but I got the limited edition squirrel on a pile, the one Sister Sherry did. Yep,
Don't be.
those companies. Oh, yeah. No, they don't. Yeah, maybe Drea got it. Now, here's something very interesting I think you guys should all know about. Recycling one glass jar saves enough energy to watch television for 3 hours. That's how important recycling is. And the average person has the chance to recycle 25,000 cans in their lifetime, or rather, jars. That's 75,000 hours of television. That's a lot of TV,
Potato sack races.
isn't it? I think we should all recycle. I know I do, even though it's a PETA, real pain in the ass, because we have to keep 3 separate garbage containers. One for plastics and stuff like that, the other for paper, and of course, the garbage for other stuff. You, Bianca, I like the Vegemite. I don't know what the big deal was. I'm glad you liked the video, though. Robert did not meet anyone from the Royals family. Any other B's? Yes. You see, there's lots of 8s, and I'm getting them confused with the B's. They don't think. I don't know why you wouldn't. Australia's a beautiful country. Approximately 10 to 20% of U.S. power outages are caused by squirrels. 10 to 20%? That's a lot. They have a tendency to chew on wires. But it's a simple fix. You know, my middle child has it on 10 slices of bread a day. He eats a lot. Well, I still have a little tiny bit left because I've been doling it out. Of course, if you spread it that thin, it's going to last a while. You, Bianca, I'm sure spread it a lot thicker than I do. No, that's not there. Okay, we're done with the bees. I'm sibling it all over myself. Australia has the 7 most deadly animals. That's interesting. I did not know that. And Elliot's going to try the Vegemite challenge too in a couple of weeks. Bianca, due to his autism, that's the only food he wants. It's crazy. He has it lightly on his bread because he makes a mess. Mine about medium amounts, I'm not a lot. Vegemite is a yeast extract. Comes from the dregs of beer, I think. And it's this Australian thing. It's, to a lot of people, it's terrible. I liked it. To me, it was just a seasoning, which is about how you're supposed to use it, I think. I saw your video of the Vegemite challenge, Bianca. So I saw how much you use. That's why I said that. Oh, yeah, it's just salty. And to me, when I smell it, it smells a little bit like soy sauce, not quite as pungent. So, again, I don't understand why people says it smells like shoes or something. It doesn't. It smells good. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are all banned in China, as well as Pinterest and Tumblr. Interesting. I wonder if YouTube is also banned. Ooh, 95% of people text things they could never say in person. Are you guilty of this? No, not because of the coronavirus, because they're a communist government and they don't want their people with in touch with the outer world. Oh, you saw the packets of Vegemite, Bianca? Yeah, Pippa must have bought a whole bunch of them because she's been sending them out to everyone. Could have sworn we got all the C's. C. All right, let's go for N. And then. I'm lost. Yeah, most people are more forthcoming when typing. I know I am. I tend to write more. Uh, I'm on Quora, and some of the answers I've written there are quite long. And some things I would never say in person, I actually wrote down. There's something about not on an anonymity, but just the power of the pen, let's say. Honeybees can recognize human faces. Huh, didn't know that. Oh my goodness. While trying to find a cure for AIDS, The Mayo Clinic made glow-in-the-dark cats due to a specific protein that was fluorescent green. They used the protein to find out if their tests work. If the animal glowed, the outcome was successful. That's funny. Yes, I got a paint by numbers from Victoria Moon. I actually got two of them. One of them is landscape, or seascape rather, because it's of the ocean. And the other one is the same as my reclining cat I just finished. Reading cat, or what do you want now, is what I call it. Whoa. That is cool. A swarm of 20,000 bees followed a car for 2 days because their queen was stuck inside. When the car parked, the thousands of bees swarmed onto the car and had to be taken off by beekeepers. The next day, the bees were back in the car because the queen was still inside. Ah. No, the cat is on a couch reading the newspaper with glasses pulled down to his nose with an expression that says, "What do you want now?" You had to pay 21.71 Canadian in custom fees for the paint by numbers. That's ridiculous. That sounds usury to me. Also sounds unfair. You already pay so much for the item you're getting. You got to pay more for customs. Ouch. How does anyone afford anything? Yeah, they thought the car was the new hive. They wanted their queen. They followed their queen. I know I saw another N. There we go. There we go. And one more. No, one more now. Just one more. One more N. Yay, I got the N's. And I just found some more. Who didn't answer you? Sensational Crafter. Oh, from Victoria's Moon? Theirs is probably stuck in China too. Wonder why she didn't answer you. I don't know where they're located. Victoria's Moon. Yeah, she could be Chinese and not able to answer because she's been told to stay home. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, that's also disgusting. A crocodile can't poke its tongue out. An alligator can, but a crocodile can't. Apparently, their tongues are attached to the roof of their mouths. Poor crocodiles. They can't go. No raspberries for them. Yeah, she'll answer you sooner or later. Like I said, I think they can't close the whole city of Beijing down because it's also an international city. So it'd be kind of hard. I'm sure they're trying, though. Let's put those back in order there. H's. Have you any H's? Do you know if your PBN's shipped or not? Dixie. I have to say, Victoria's Moon paint by number is nice. The paints are nice, not too thick and not too thin. They're the canvas. I like the fact that it's a real canvas and the numbers on there are fairly light, so it's not too hard to cover over them. You don't have to put the paint on so thick like you've had to do when you were a kid. I think you should get a paint by number, Audie. I think we're all agreed. You should definitely get one. Oh, come on, pick up. I feel like I'm waiting on a phone call. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Sea otters hold hands when they sleep so they don't drift away from each other. Aww. Mostly used by a mother and her pup to prevent them from separating. Other than holding hands, they may also wrap themselves in kelp to keep from drifting away. Interesting. Now, here's some fascinating fact. A small child could swim through the veins of a blue whale. You look at the size of a blue whale. You consider how large the blue whale's heart is the size of a small car. It's no surprise that a small child, around 3 to 4 years old, could swim through the massive veins of a blue whale. Why they'd want to, I wouldn't know. They're only 3 or 4. And who thinks of things like this? They know how not to get lost. Your China order is in Cincinnati. Yay, Elizabeth. I wish my tracking was that detailed. I'm going to have to look at it some more. Did you know that J.K. Rowling chose the unusual name Hermione so young girls wouldn't be teased for being nerdy? And now parents are naming their children Hermione. It came from Shakespeare's A Winter's Tale. Rowling says she chose the name. She didn't want a lot of fairly hardworking little girls to be teased if ever the book was published. Well, it was published. All right. You asked Victoria's Moon if they could do a custom paint by number, and they said yes. How cool is that? And you're right, Audie. Most 3 to 4 year olds can't swim yet either. Sorry, sensational crafter. I wish I could help you there. If it's stuck in customs. Did you pay the customs fee yet? Elizabeth, be grateful. I ordered a coloring book from Amazon on Friday. It was supposed to come by Sunday. It's still not here. So much for Prime. It doesn't always work. Right now, can't figure out that word. Tiger is revamping their PBNs to match their DPs at TSA. I don't understand, Adi. What does that mean? Welcome back, Bianca. A woman tried to commit suicide by jumping off the Empire State Building. She jumped from the 86th floor but was blown back onto the 85th floor by a gust of wind. She never would have survived that fall. But the wind blew her to the floor below. The worst injury sustained was a fractured hip. So much for suicide. I don't know, Elizabeth. If Amazon it works in in Canada, then odds are you don't have to pay customs. Bianca, thanks. The youngest son's school took a photo of my son reading books with his favorite friend who's in grade 6. And my youngest son is in grade 1. Sensational Crafter. For some reason, I lost 4 subscribers on my YouTube channel in 2 days, wondering why. We're not a big problem. I think it's because YouTube just did a purge, because you're not the only one to have lost subscribers. If you don't, if you have subscribers who haven't been on your on your
Walked out.
videos, your channel lately. After a long while, they get kicked out by YouTube. At least that's what I heard. TSA is not selling paint by number right now because they're making it to where they can sell you all their images, licensed or not, as a paint by number or a diamond painting. Ah, I see, said the blind man to his deaf daughter as she wheeled him off the cliff. That's interesting. Well, that's what I heard, Sensational Crafter. I don't know if it's true, but it seems to be because you're not the only one that I've heard that from. Again, Bianca, because YouTube does a purge every once in a while. And I guess it's been our turn. So if you have subscribers that haven't been on your channel for a while, YouTube is going to tell them bye-bye. I know I've gone on and somebody that I knew I subscribed to wasn't there. I wasn't subscribed anymore and I couldn't understand why. Now I know. Dixie heard the same thing. Okay, we went under 399 now. Yeah. Let's see what else. Pirates wore earrings because they believed it improved their eyesight. Pirates are stupid. Yeah, Ani, they're going to give you no choice. You're going to have to buy a PBN. You're going to have to get a paint by number. Because we want you to do a paint by number. We think you should. You're going to get hooked on those now.
All right, but
Let's see. Los Angeles' full name is El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de Los Angeles de Porciuncula. It translates to a town of Our Lady, the Queen of Angels of the River Porciuncula. Now Los Angeles is just the angels. Ah! I think I got my coloring book. Okay. The Twitter bird has a name.
This one too. It's in the name.
Do you know that? Did you know that? The Twitter bird has a name. It's called Larry. The name comes from Larry Bird, who is a famous Hall of Fame basketball player. Species of Larry Bird still remains a secret. Mickey, did you hear the blind man getting pushed off the cliff thing? You mean I see, said the blind man to his deaf daughter as she wheeled him off the cliff? I've been saying that for years. I have no idea where I got it from. Maybe from my mother, because it's something she would say. Well, it's time to feed the cats. The cats get food right now.
Here, come feed them.
spaghetti in the sweet sauce. Uh-oh.
Where did I hear it from? I think I heard it from my mom. That's something that she would say. Sounds more weird, but cool. Yeah, it's funny. Bizarre humor, but it's humor
Michelle
nonetheless.
Stewart.
Oh, I think I may have just gotten my custom. I hope so. Oh, I hope so. Yes, the cats do let us know when it's time to feed them. No question about that. Jaxie will go into Dan's room and sit there and stare at him. Just stare at him. She bores 2 holes into his back. She's a funny one. Very smart. She's got us well trained.
She's an excellent lobbyist if you'd like to hire her.
Power of the live. Can you see the kitties? Unfortunately, they're eating right now. And I don't know if my camera will go that direction. It's around the corner. But we'll see if they hang around. Usually they don't hang around me. They do have internal clocks because when the time changes from daylight to daylight savings, they still know it's time to eat. They know it's time to eat, but we usually feed them at around 7:30 or 8 o'clock.
Gotta keep an eye on you tonight, don't I?
And now they get fed at 6:30.
Jackson likes the taste of it, and you like to eat all of it.
I sent back my acrylic pens because they're too big, so they're making them smaller for me. You see, now I want a bigger one. This one is nice. It's got a narrow hold, but I want a bigger one. I want one that's gonna be easy on my poor little hands. Both my dogs do that, and the cat sits on the end table beside me. The brat keeps batting my arm till I feed them all.
Oh, it's okay.
I can picture that, Elizabeth. They just sit and stare. It's the stare of death.
What?
Sensational craft. So my mom wanted a portable heater, and my stash was hiding the heater in the closet. She digs up and said,
Wild
"Don't
hair?
buy it." I said, "Yeah, but I'm addicted to crafts." And it's not even your cat, Elizabeth? I know, poor Hank got so confused during daylight savings. See, that's why we feed him at about the same time, because it's their internal clocks. Bianca, my female border collie dog outside is terrible. She keeps knocking over her water bucket. Nice border collie though, a nice dog. Pretty. Elizabeth, I draw the line at the litter box, but other than that, I'm very well trained. Yeah, my roommate is trained for the litter box. She does it. Well, that's her routine, Bianca. She's gotten into a routine. And once they're getting something into their heads, it's kind of hard to get them out of it. You want pups one day. You're going to start breeding border collies? Any more H's? Any more H's? Come on. Show yourselves. All right. You know what the nice thing about these trays are? The drills slide out of them fairly quickly. Nice and smoothly. Let's go for G. G. Let's see. It snowed in the Sahara Desert for 30 minutes on February 18th, 1979. It snowed in the Sahara Desert for half an hour. I'm sure it didn't stick, but still. Snow in the desert. Kind of like when hell freezes over, except there is a town called Hell, and it does freeze in winter. Elizabeth, the cat kept knocking over the dog's auto waterer until I got the biggest one they make. He has his own water bowl. Bianca, but my 2-year-old dog Bella is still in the playful stage. Still so not sure she's ready to become a mom. And yes, but my dog needs her second needle first before I put Bella on the dog run with Billy. Second needle, you mean she needs more shots? At 2 years old, she should have had all of her shots. And becoming a mother will probably calm her down a little bit. As Sherry would say, I need a sippy sippy. Ooh, thirsty. Mike Tyson once offered a zoo attendant $10,000 to let him fight a gorilla. He bribed a worker to open the zoo for just he and his wife to see the animals. While on this romantic stroll, he also tried to bribe a zookeeper to let him fight a gorilla. The attendant said no. Now, this I don't understand. ABBA turned down $1 billion to do a reunion tour. That would have been $250 million per member. They turned it down because it wasn't for them. Oh boy. I'm not sure I'd turn that down. But then again, I'm not ABBA. Also a palindrome. Elizabeth, the pit bull puppy I rescued last February, had all of his shot by the time he was 6 months old. He had 3 surgeries before he was 2 months old. He had his final surgery at 7 months, and he got snipped. I saw that one, Sensational Crafter. I'd love that one too. It's beautiful, isn't it? There's so many to choose from. It's hard to make a decision. I know I just ordered one from Diamond Art Club too. And you'll see it soon. It should come in the next day or two. Yeah, they're beautiful, all right. I wish I could paint like that. Ah, this is interesting. There has never been a verified snow leopard attack on a human being. Apparently, they are not aggressive towards humans and are very reclusive. And even if they disturb, they're more likely to run away than to attack. Isn't that interesting? Oh boy. What did I get? You'll find out in my video. I want to make it a surprise. Yeah, I had a coupon code too, but I had to get just one. And it cost me my whole budget for the month. So I can't buy anything else. That's a good question. Who did that testing to find out if the leopard would run away? I'm sure I wouldn't want to be the guinea pig for that one. Of course, guinea pigs can't be alone or shouldn't be alone. So if I were a guinea pig, I wouldn't be alone. Let somebody else do it. I hate budgeting too, Michelle. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. I have to. I'm on a fixed income. And I need to make sure that we can cover everything. So we each have a budget to spend each month. Much better. We paid off all our credit card bills. And hopefully that'll do something to help our credit because we're looking to buy a condo. If we can find one the right size at the right price. Get out. Thank you. Hey, Crashly, Ashley, how are you doing today? You don't pay your light bill? And what happens? Your lights go out. How do you diamond paint?
Buy books in school. What do they do? They eat books.
Aw, thank you, Ashley. I love you too. I am so looking forward to that tutorial because I want to try it. Not that I do anything. I mean, my poor pens. Your landlord pays it. Oh, I don't pay my water bill because my landlord pays it. That's a good deal. Electricity can cost a lot. But they'd never pay for electricity down here because of the air conditioning. Your bill could be up to $300, $400 just with the air conditioning alone. Brown cows? Yeah, approximately 7% of adult American adults think that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. I like it where you explain what you're doing. Oh, these are terrible drills in this particular color. They're all stuck together. I'm going to need my crusher for that. Haven't really gotten feedback on that yet, so I don't know what people prefer. Well, I'll tell you, I like it when you talk about what you're doing. And if you want to do it as a voiceover, that's fine. Either way, whatever you're most comfortable with is the best way. What did you know, Audie? She's one of them. Who's one of them? And who are they? Oh my God, they all have to be voiceovers. I had 2 of these flowers were me winging it. Well, how long does it take you to make one pen in real time? Ah, you just answered my question. Thank you for still being around, Beth. I've got another one for you. Another fun fact. The first alarm clock could only ring at 4 a.m. Invented in 1787, Levi Hutchins needed a way to wake up in time for work, so he made the alarm clock. It took almost 100 years for a wind-up alarm clock to be invented so that it could be set to any time. Wow. That's interesting. Oh, Ashley, you don't need validation. You do a great job on your own. Bye, Ashley. Thanks for coming by. She doesn't think chocolate milk comes from brown cows. And where does low-fat chocolate milk come from? Low-fat cows? Low-fat brown cows. Low-fat brown cows. I'm sorry. Contrary to what most mammals do, birds don't urinate. No, they just poop on you. Ah, here's a stupid one. Dying is illegal in the Houses of Parliaments. Strange as it is, this law is in place because anyone who dies in the Houses of Parliaments is entitled to a state funeral. This has been voted as the most ridiculous law by the British citizens. That is kind of dumb. Yeah, I love milk too, especially with chocolate-covered graham crackers. Ooh, yum. I'm getting hungry. 15 minutes until Wheel of Fortune comes on. And I don't know what to have for dinner. That is one old law. Oh, I got another one for you. Not sure how long they last, but apparently the 20th of March is Snowman Burning Day. This strange holiday was spawned by American and Swiss citizens to symbolize the end of the winter season. If you're wondering how you actually burn a snowman, they actually have more facts on that. This is interesting. Yeah, you want to see them enforce that? You're dead. Go ahead. Sue me. Put me in prison. I wonder where strawberry milk comes from. From strawberry blonde cows. Queen Elizabeth can't sit on the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. She visited the set, but because of an obscure rule, she wasn't allowed to sit on the throne. The ruling monarch cannot sit on a foreign throne, even if it's fictional, apparently. That's interesting. She's not allowed to sit on another throne. An embarrassed cow. Oh, that's a good one, Beth. Diabetes. That would turn him strawberry? No, that's sugar free. Oh, that's sugar free chocolate milk. Oh, that's funny. That was a good one. There is an official wizard of New Zealand. In 1990, the Prime Minister of New Zealand appointed Ian Brackenbury Channel, who was an old friend, as the Wizard of New Zealand. He's even given an annual stipend. So if you're planning a trip to the country where The Lord of the Rings was filmed, now you know that there is an official wizard. If it's sugar-free, why bother drinking it? I don't know. I like sugar-free. I don't like sugar anymore, except unless it's in chocolate. Then I like it. But I've gotten so used to sugar-free that I can't drink regular soda or sugared drinks. An apple, a potato, and an onion all taste the same if you eat them with your nose plugged. A lot of things taste the same if your nose is plugged. That's why when we're sick and we have stuffed noses, no, we don't even want to eat because you can't taste anything anyway. That's interesting. Vincent van Gogh only sold one painting in his lifetime. It was sold in Brussels, Belgium for 400 francs. The Red Vineyard. And just a few months before his death. Wow. A company in Taiwan makes dinnerware out of wheat so you can eat your plate. I'm not so sure I want to eat my plate. What if I can't finish my food? Can I eat my plate then? Or do you have to finish first? Ten more minutes, guys. 10 more minutes. I heard that one. You can have a plate sandwich. Yes, you can. Oh, this is difficult. What? Let's see if I can show you Gizmo. Whoa. I just lost my camera. Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. Whoops. Can't do a skinny cow. How are you going to take leftovers home? If you, yeah, how are you going to take leftovers home? Wrap them in tin foil. And you take the plate with you. You did see the cat. I'm sorry, I almost lost my camera to the floor. I forgot that it's on a steady arm and just won't turn that way. You got a glimpse of him. I had him in one of the other videos I did. I showed him. He was by my feet. Yes, you're still there. I'm still here. You're still there. What kind? I'm not using a tripod. I'm using a an arm. What do they call those arms? The armature thing. You know, like those lamps that you get. It's hooked to the table. Because this is the only way I can get this angle on my on the work. I tried. Yeah, it was a good catch. It almost made it to the floor because it came right off the table. And now it's a little loose. I gotta fix it afterwards. Arms, yeah, it's an arm. It's like those lamps that you pull you hook onto the. Yeah, I think Rachel Ray uses the same one. You hook it onto a table and then you can pull it over to yourself when you need or wherever you need it. It's that kind of arm, only it's meant for cameras or microwaves, microphones. Microwaves. That was dumb. Lazy arm, that's what it's called. Lazy arm. Works rather well. Okay, gotta find another one that's not stuck together or upside down. Lazy arms. Not only they not only make plates out of the wheat, but they make spoons, bowls, and chopsticks as well. And the dishes can be kept for months as long as they stay dry. Interesting. A boom arm. Yeah, lazy arm, boom arm. This one was advertised as one for a microphone, even though it's also for a camera. And it came with the attachments for your phone. I was tempted to buy it, but I have a good tripod and good one for drill with me sessions, so I might get it if I get larger amount of audience. Yeah, this one wasn't expensive. I have a cheap tripod, which I just could not get it in the right position, because it's over my shoulder and at an awkward angle. This way, at least you can, let's go up a little bit, shall we? There we go. Don't have to be that close. Sensational Crafter. I was tempted to buy it. But, read that already. Okay, guys, I'm going to visit with my mom now. Hope everyone has a good evening. Oh, you're welcome, Beth. Thank you for coming in and visiting. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm going to be changing my day to Tuesdays because Monday interferes with Nick and Tina, and I don't want to cut into them and they cut into me. So I'm going to start doing Tuesdays at 5. Not tomorrow, but next Tuesday. So if you don't see me here next Monday, it's because I'm not coming in on Mondays. I'm going to be going live on Tuesdays. And I'll have Pippa change it in the schedule so you can have an updated schedule. All right, guys. It's getting on in time now. So I think we're going to end this anyway. Well, I'll be here Tuesday, I promise. Thank you all for coming. I do appreciate it. And I will see you all next week. Happy diamond painting.